In Medicine and Money today, February is National Heart Awareness Month. Joining us now with critical information about how to reduce the risk of heart attacks or strokes is Dr. John Osborne, the founder and director of State of the Heart Cardiology. Thank you for being here, and tell us your main message.
The problem is that cardiovascular disease still kills 40% of us. That's one death from a fatal stroke or heart attack every 38 seconds in the U.S. And we have lots of approaches that we know lower the risk of cardiovascular events, strokes and heart attacks. But despite that, more people die of cardiovascular disease than any other disease in the U.S. In fact, in the last several years, the rate of cardiovascular deaths has actually ticked up after coming down for the last approximately 30 years.
Are people aware that these treatments are not supporting overall heart health and might not be cost effective?
Well, historically, when you think of cholesterol, statins that most people have heard of and many people are on have really been one of the foundations of cholesterol management to lower the risk of strokes and heart attacks. The important message is that recently we found that there's lots of people that are on statins, but they may not be completely lowering their risk with respect to cardiovascular events, strokes and heart attacks. In fact, millions of people on statins have elevated triglycerides, and these triglycerides are a very powerful marker for increased risk. In fact, patients with elevated triglycerides that we see in a standard cholesterol lipid panel are at about a 35% greater risk of a stroke or heart attack versus patients without elevated triglycerides.
What else do people need to know?
We've done some studies looking at a new approach to target patients with higher triglycerides and actually shown a substantial benefit in patients on statins that when targeting these triglycerides substantially lowered the risk of cardiovascular events.
How should patients speak to their doctors?
Obviously, we want to do everything we can to lower the risk of cardiovascular events, strokes, heart attacks, and also deaths from all those things. So I think it's very important to have a good discussion with your doctor about the latest, newest approaches to lower the risk of cardiovascular events. Obviously, statins are the foundation of that, but we now have a new agent to further lower the risk of cardiovascular events. Talk to your doctor about some of the new data and a new agent that was recently FDA approved to lower cardiovascular events despite patients being on statins. And also there's a great website about some of the things we talked about called truetoyourheart.com. That's truetoyourheart.com, that talks about sort of the where we've come from and some of the data we've talked about.
Well, thank you for your time today and for being here, Doctor.
My pleasure. Thank you, Angela.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.